YouTube? What's good? It's your boy Rocha here, back with another 49ers review video. And as you see, the San Francisco 49ers defeat the Los Angeles Rams 22-7. That's right, 22-7. The San Francisco 49ers now 5-0 on the year. Los Angeles Rams now 3-3 on the year. This team is something else, ladies and gentlemen. They are something else at this point. This defense is amazing. The offense gets the job done. I've never seen a 49ers team like this. Not even the Harbaugh era team was like this. This team's different. This team is very different. Let's get right to the breakdown. On the defense held Jared Goff to 78 yards passing. Jared Goff was 13 of 24, 78 yards, and a QBR of 60.8. Wow. This defense is amazing. Besides that first drive, I don't know what that first drive was. Excuse me. I don't know what that first drive was that the 49ers allowed the Rams to just go right down the field and run all over them and allow the first rushing touchdown of the year. After that drive, the defense was superb. The run defense was okay this game. Didn't look as good as previous. Like I said, that first drive, they got gashed. Other than that, they held up pretty good. Malcolm Brown, 11 carries for 40 yards. Darrell Henderson, 6 for 39. Robert Woods, 2 for 16 for a touchdown. Held them to 109 yards rushing, so that's still pretty solid. As for overall receiving, Higbee led the way, 3 receptions, 25 yards. Brandon Cooks, 3 for 18. Cooper Kupp, 4 for 17. And Robert Woods didn't get a single reception. So, there you go. Just this defense was freaking amazing. And the stat to look at, the San Francisco 49ers held the Rams to 0 for 13 on 3rd and 4th down. That has the makings of an elite top-of-the-line defense. They did not allow a single 3rd or 4th down conversion. The Rams went 0 for 3 on 4th downs, including at their own goal line from the 1. Just absolutely amazing. Bosa, Ford, Buckner, Blair, Solomon, Thomas, the whole defensive line got pressure all game on Jared Goff and was freaking amazing. Unbelievable. Buckner. So let's take a look at the stats for the defense for the San Francisco 49ers. Ari Armstead, a half a sack. D Ford, a sack and a half. Blair with a sack. And Solomon Thomas. Happy to see him get on the board with a sack. That's absolutely beautiful. Let's get into the secondary. Mosley, another solid start for the 49ers, filling in for Ahkello Witherspoon. Jimmy Ward. Let's talk about Jimmy Ward. Looks like Emmanuel Mosley, I believe, had a PBU. Jimmy Ward. What a game. What a game for Jimmy Ward. 6 tackles, 2 pass defense, including late in the ball game, back-to-back 3rd down, 4th down off of Everett and Cooper Kupp. Broke up the passes, turnover and downs, pretty much sealed the game for the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Ward was all over the field, stopping the Rams run on 4th and 1. Defending Jimmy Ward. Great game. I loved it. Now, here's someone who we never, ever talk about, and that's Jaquiski Tartt. He was great. He had 2 tackles and a tackle for loss. Nobody talks about this dude. He's one of the most underrated safeties in the game. He can cover. He can come down and sack the quarterback. He can come down and defend the run. This dude's all over the field all game long. And if it's not for injuries, this dude, when he's on the field and healthy, is phenomenal. He is very much an underrated safety, one of the best safeties in the league. Again, defense was great. They literally limited all 3 of the top wide receivers for the Rams to 18 to 35 yards. 18 for Kirk, 17 for Cobb, 0 for Woods. So great job. Let's get into the offense now. The offense was good enough to win this game. They moved the ball down the field. They just couldn't finish a lot of the drives, which is fine. But the offense was good enough to win this game. Jimmy G was okay. Threw a pick in the end zone. Again, that play was kind of weird. Even Shanahan said it was kind of his fault because of the routes. So, but he was all right. Of course, Aaron Donald sacked him for that strip fumble late in the game that could have turned around the game. Thankfully, the defense came through. But otherwise, he was all right. He got the job done. He was great under pressure. This man could be the best quarterback in the game under pressure. Constantly, once he was under pressure in this game, he threw it and he got the ball complete. Jimmy G, 24-33 for 243 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 pick. He was sacked twice. But again, when he needed to be Jimmy G, he was Jimmy G. He came through on third down. 49ers had a good amount of third down conversions, and under pressure throws, he was great. The run game was all right. It's definitely struggled without our offensive tackles and use check. 99 yards rushing, so they actually got outrushed for the first time this year. Coleman had 45 yards, Breida had 36, Moser had 13. Tevin Coleman had a rushing touchdown. And Jimmy G had a rushing touchdown as well. So, yeah, but it was all right. Definitely can tell the hurt on the offense without use check on offensive tackles. But, hey, McGlinchey should be back within the next 3 weeks, and who knows about use check. Sounds like he could come back soon. Tevin Coleman had another good game coming back. Only had 45 yards on the ground, but did have a rushing touchdown. Although he did drop a wide open pass, believe in the third quarter, that would have been a touchdown. That would have sealed that game. So he did drop that. That was the only really bad thing about him. Matt Breida was all right. It was solid. Only 36 yards rushing, but again, out of the receiving, he had 4 receptions for 27 yards, so he was all right. Wide receivers, Dante Pettis finally showed up. 3 receptions for 45 yards, but one of those was to get them within the 2-yard line. And, man, Jimmy G threw up a beautiful pass to him in the third quarter. He went up for it, but came down with it beautifully in the end zone, but his right foot was out of bounds. That would have been the catch of the year for the San Francisco 49ers. If he would have been able to catch that, oh man, that play would have been on a highlight reels all over the place. George Kittle led the way, 8 receptions, 103 yards. Deebo Samuel, 3 for 18. Marquise Goodwin, 2 for 15. Wide receivers really didn't show up that much today, but again, it was all right. George Kittle, not even at a 100%, and he put up over 100 yards. Maybe his best game. Didn't have a touchdown, but he had 1 45-yard reception that was amazing. That he broke at least 2 or 3 tackles, stiffed on a dude, and got within the goal line. That was great. I was a little mad at Marquise Goodwin. The 49ers, for the first time since Shanahan's been here, did a flea flicker that I can remember, and he dropped a wide open pass down the field from Jimmy G. That kind of annoyed me. But he was good on third down. I believe both his receptions were on third down. So that was good. Again, Pettis, he was good. The O-line was all right. They only allowed 2 sacks, both to Aaron Donald. So that's good. Both offensive tackles are stepping up so far. Burnskol, let's talk about him real quick. He was great. He was the best rated 49ers lineman in the game. So that's great to see. This offensive line just has a next man up mentality, and so far you're seeing it. Justice Gold definitely struggled today. Today was his first bad game. I know he allowed at least one of the sacks from Aaron Donald. So, but I think it'll be better. It's just he went up against one of the best defensive linemen, if not the best defensive lineman in football. So that's all. I figured he'll be fine. Staley should be back within the next 6 to 8 weeks. So for now, we're good. So yeah, there we go. That's basically it for the offense. Again, wide receivers didn't show up. George Kittle did. Run game took a hit with both tackles and our fullback being out. But you expect that. Jimmy G was all right. Got the job done on third down and under pressure. Robbie Gould, again, misses another field goal. He's missed 6 field goals on the year now. I'm hoping he's just in a little funk, or maybe it's the long snapper. I'm sure he'll be back to his normal self. He missed a 55-yarder, but he did hit 2, so he was 2 or 3 today, so that's not bad. That's not bad. He'll get out of this funk that he's in. I believe in him. No injuries. Sherman did come out of the game for a little bit. Looks like he just had a stinger. Debo came out in the fourth quarter for the rest of the game. But there was no injury update on him, so I'm sure he was good to go. 49ers, if I can recall, maybe had 2 or 3 penalties the whole game, so that was great. Again, loved what I saw from this team. The 49ers offense did what it needed to do to get the job done. The defense was freaking amazing. Again, held Goff to 78 yards passing, held the Rams to 0 of 13 on 3rd and 4th down. Next up for the San Francisco 49ers is a date in Washington with the 1-5 Washington Redskins. I cannot wait. That should be a very good game for the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers now have the number 2 defense behind the New England Patriots and have a top 10 offense. So again, this team is playing out of their minds right now. Let's hope they can keep it going in Washington. All right, guys. So thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that like, that sub, notification bell. And guys, we will see you Friday for the preview video. And then we'll see you Sunday at 10 a.m. Pacific for 49ers and Redskins. All right, guys. Have a good day.